Now we're going to look at the jab cross series combined with the round kick. Tommy's going to be in his Muay Thai stance. We're going to start low and work the round kicks up the body. Jab cross. All of these combinations start with jab cross. Now I've seen 3 ways of holding for a low inside kick to this lead leg when Tommy switches. I can put the lead pad down in front of my shin and let him kick. I think that's a bit risky. If he really whacks it really hard, he's going to hyperextend my elbow, he's going to throw this pad out, it's going to injure my shoulder or my bicep. But people do hold it like this. The second way is, when I was in Thailand, they used to hold it like this. So they used to bring their feet close together, rotate the pads, so this is why the pads need to be a little bit loose, on the thighs, and then Tommy switches and kicks across both. I did not like that. I did not feel comfortable kicking that, and also I did not like holding like this. It just seems really vulnerable. Lots of things could go wrong. They can kick too high, they can kick you in the head back. So my preference is to actually put the pad on the inside of the thigh, especially recommend wearing a groin guard for this one too. Tommy kicks the inside of the pad like that. Now I can ride it a little bit. If he's really kicking hard, I can let my leg ride, or I can kind of brace for impact and move my body in. But yeah, definitely recommend getting a groin guard. Same on the other side, so the rear leg kick, 1, 2. You can put a single pad out. That's definitely going to injure your arm. Unless the person's a lot smaller, a lot lighter, the power of the low kick will send that flying and you're going to pull muscles. Alternative is to rotate and turn the body towards, like this. This feels super scary when you're holding the pad, so I'm not a fan of that. So for this certification, we're going to actually place the pad on the outside of the thigh and let him chop it. Now ideally you want your knuckles to kind of be behind your leg, not directly beside your leg, because if he kicks that really hard, my knuckles will drive into my leg. That does get annoying after about 10 kicks. So I kind of put my knuckles a little bit on my hamstring, but the pad is still around the side. I keep my elbows slightly bent as well. I never want to lock this arm out straight, because if he's inaccurate and he kicks my elbow joint, he will break my arm at this point. Fantastic. So you do want a little bend in the elbow, so that if he does kick, I've got like a point that he's going to kick, and hopefully I can ride it a little bit. But try and work with students who have accuracy. Jab cross. And you can kick a bit harder, and it should feel fairly comfortable. You can also obviously use thigh pads. You can buy thigh pads attached to a belly pad if you're not comfortable holding the pad down. So that's the inside of the thigh, the outside of the thigh. Now we're going to go for a switch kick to the liver. 1, 2. He switches and kicks. Now it's important that I rotate my body towards Tommy. Often beginners do this, stay still, please don't kick me yet. I turn my upper body, but my hips and body are facing the opposite direction, so I'm kind of split. Like my legs are facing one direction, my upper body's facing the other direction, and that means when you get kicked, things get twisted and torn, it's not comfortable, your body can't receive the impact. So you want to rotate your entire body towards the kick, elbows in, brace for contact, head away from the pads. Every beginner in the world has been kicked and hit their own face, double black eye often, where their knuckles go straight into their eyes and they get a double black eye. Every beginner's had that. So you learn pretty quick, but the idea is you brace for impact, elbows are in so that the pads don't flop, your elbows are lined up with your hands are lined up with your shoulders, so we've got this nice bracing. We're squeezing everything, we're moving the pads in a little bit to absorb some of the impact, but not too much. 1, 2. So he switches, kind of lean into it a little bit, tighten my abs, turn my body towards it, turn the pads towards it, brace, but keep my head out of the way. Even more important off the rear leg, because this is the powered kick, so 1, 2. Ooh. So I've got to be strong for that. Any sort of floppiness in the pads, the person's going to get hit. So when I'm training beginners, what I do is I tell them what's going to happen, and then I simulate it with my hand before I kick them, because you want to prevent your beginners getting injured, because they tend not to come back if they get double black eye on the first session. So if you imagine Tommy's holding the Thai pads on this side for me, I'll go, so I'm going to kick it, you've got to brace and make your muscles strong, kind of lean into it a little bit. If you don't and your arms are relaxed, this is going to happen. And I kind of just simulate the tap that's going to happen so that they understand. And then obviously I start with like 10% power, and then you increase it as you go so they get more comfortable. Do not obviously let a beginner hold Thai pads for a full power kick. The very first kick that they hold for, they will get damaged. 1, 2. See how I lean into it a little bit? Elbows need to be down. If your elbows are out, the pads fold, you damage your elbow and you get hit by the kick in the chest. So the elbows are down, in line with my shoulders, and everything is braced. Turn and lean into it, make it nice and strong. So that's the body kick. Next, we're going to look at a lead switch head kick. So this is usually switch kick and then the foot steps down, 1, 2. Now for this, you can go single pad. Because generally the lead kick even to the head is not massively powerful, and you can let the pad go a little bit. So when they hit it, let it fly back a little bit and then get back into it. But if you want to, you can hold double pads up for the lead head kick. The rear head kick, I like a single pad as well. Tommy's going to kick it and do a full circle, and I'm going to let the pad go. I'm going to let him hit it and ride the force. But if you want to, you can go with a double pad to the head kick as well, whichever one works for you personally. So, starting from the legs. From the beginning again, 1, 2. Inside of the thigh on the switch. Outside of the thigh on the rear leg. Body and brace. Body, brace. Single pad. Step back. And then if you want to go single or double on this side, it's up to you. So that's the round kick series, the jab cross series with the round kick.